Do you wish that your dogs would listen to you no matter what's going on around you? Are you frustrated that they do what they want when they want and they just never do the thing that you need from them in any given situation? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly why they don't listen, but much more importantly, the things that you can do to set you and your dogs up for success moving forward. So the first thing that you have to do with your dog if you want them to listen is have something that lets them know when you've finished asking them to do something. A very, very common problem that people face with their dogs that don't listen to them is that that dog has grown up being taught tricks like a sit, for example. The dog sits and then you just do something else. And then the dog is left going, well, can I get up and go now? And they do and nothing happens. And they're like, oh, okay, so I can pick and choose when I'm finished doing what it is that they've asked of me, which then very, very quickly devolves into I can pick and choose if I do the thing in the first place. Now, if I give you an example of what this looks like, Reggie, I'm going to ask Reggie to stay. And all I've done is asked him to stay on this bridge. And he now knows that he must stay on that bridge until I tell him otherwise. Now, what is telling him otherwise? Well, for me, the best way to do that is to teach a BREAK command. So if you do something with your dog, if you ask them to do something, they must do it until you tell them otherwise. If you want them to go and do whatever it is that they want to do when you're finished with the behavior, then you use your BREAK command. Or if you want them to do something else, you just simply ask for that next command. Now, as you can see, because I do this every single day with my dogs from day one, they become very quickly accustomed to, well, I have to listen. I can't make that decision for myself. I have to wait for my loving leader to make that decision for me. Break. That now lets him know that he can go and do whatever he wants. Now, oftentimes, as is the case right now, what he wants is to be with me because I'm his loving leader. So under no circumstances is this behavior that gets your dog to be upset with you. In fact, the contrary is absolutely true. The more you build these levels of leadership where your dog has to look up to you for guidance and direction, the more you build the kind of relationship with your dog that you've always wanted in the first place. Now, if you want your dog to listen to you, you need to become somebody that your dog sees as that they must listen to you. And that might seem obvious, but one of the quickest ways that you can do that is by having what we might refer to as good follow through. Now, get your mind out the gutter. What I mean by that is that if you say to your dog that they need to do something, they then have to do that thing. And you need to make sure that you will follow through on any obedience command or anything that you ask of your dog. If you ask them to sit, then you have a responsibility as a high-level canine leader to make sure that they sit. If you ask them to down, they must down. If you ask them to come back to you, they must come back to you. You need to have that baked into yourself as a canine leader that if I ask them to do something, they must do it. The problem with this is that then people often ask things of their dog that their dogs aren't capable of yet, or that they haven't taught them appropriately. So we're going to talk about some more of those things later on in the video and make sure that you build towards that level of success. But if you haven't got the mentality of understanding that if I ask you to do something, you must do it, then you won't ever be able to get to a point where you have a dog that wants to listen to you, but more importantly knows that they have to listen to you. Now, as a clinical canine behaviorist, when people come to me with a dog that is displaying any kind of problem outside of the home, especially when they're like, my dog won't listen, it's rarely a significant issue that my dog won't listen to me in the home. It's often my dog's great in the home, but is a nightmare outside of the home. And for me, the number one reason and then also cause is around loose lead walking. You have to make sure that every single time you take your dog out on its daily walk, that you are doing so in a structured fashion on a loose lead where there is no tension going down the lead between you and your dog. Your dog is able to see you, be with you, be following you, and therefore able to follow your guidance and direction whenever you need to administer it. If these dogs were out at the front of the lead right now, dragging me down the road, I'd have no control and I'd have no ability to communicate with them. And then I shouldn't be surprised if they never listen to me. Whereas right now, they're in tune with me. They're ready to listen. They're ready to do as I ask, which may be heel and going back this way. If I come back this way, they're in tune with me. They're listening to me. They're primed and prepped to attack life together through my loving leadership. Now, the first few things that we've talked about in this video have really built the foundation layer for becoming a better leader for your dog. And when you become a better leader for your dog, you develop a better relationship with your dog. And when you have a better relationship with your dog, you can communicate with them much better. And when you develop this better pathway of communication, now is the time where we should start thinking about more obedient style training. And what you need to do is level up your knowledge in terms of obedient styles of training. Ask yourself the question, do you understand how to lure or shape the new behaviors that you're trying to achieve? Do you understand what a marker is, and do you understand the importance of markers? Do you understand different types of reinforcers, both primary reinforcers and secondary reinforcers? If all of that went over your head, it's completely fine, but there are definitely some of the things that you can start adding to your repertoire, which once you have that foundation in place, will allow you and your dog to be able to move to huge levels of success that you never deemed possible before. And last but certainly not least, you have to discover the ability to communicate to your dog when they're making a mistake. We go through this process of becoming better canine leaders so that we build a relationship with our dog where they see us as their loving canine leader. And once you've established that relationship, your ability to communicate to them becomes really effective. And like we just mentioned, you can then use that communication pathway to teach them, this is what I do want you to do. And this are the things that I need from you. This is how I'm going to teach it to you, and I'm going to do that in a language that you understand, so that in any given situation, I can ask of you what it is that I need you to do right now. But that doesn't guarantee that they will then do it. They still might make the decision that even if they understand what it is that you want from them, to do a different behavior instead. Even if your dog understands what a loose lead walk heel position means, when they see another dog, they decide to pull and lunge and be reactive towards that other dog instead. And in that situation, we have to pair our ability of communicating what we do want with an ability to communicate effectively from a place of loving leadership exactly what we don't want from them. We have to be able to interrupt bad decisions and then use our communication pathway to redirect them to the right decision. So given those scenarios where our dogs know what it is that they do want from us and attempted to make a different decision instead, they know that we will follow through and that we will interrupt those bad behaviors, because as the loving leader in the relationship, we have a duty of care and a responsibility to keep our dogs controlled and safe anywhere and everywhere that they go. Now again, if you want more details about exactly how you do that, that is what my Perfect Canine Companion course is for, and has helped thousands of people in the same position you are be able to go from their nightmare dog that won't listen through to perfect canine companions. And you can do it too. There'll be an exclusive discount just for you guys. The link will be in the description box below, and I can't wait to see you there.